A new year calls for a new kind of podcast. Live every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Are you ready?
What's up, y'all? Trent Small, the chef, a.k.a. Red Specs. I'm here with my brother and co-host, Papa Wolf, a.k.a. Alpha Moon, and this is Food for Thought. Live every Thursday night from 8 to 10 p.m., we'll be bringing you real talk on food, music, and the truth that matters to our listeners. You can catch us streaming only on YouTube and also catch our audio version on Spotify for creators and wherever you get your podcasters. Tonight, 28 years incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit. Now exonerated, Ricky Fuquan McGee. Let's get into it.
A new year calls for a new kind of podcast. Live every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Welcome to Food for Thought. Thank you for tuning in live with us today. Before we dive in, don't forget to follow, like, comment, share, hit the subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss any of our episodes here on YouTube. We appreciate that. Tonight's guest is a survivor, advocate, a truth seeker who's rebuilding his life after spending 28 years wrongfully incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit. Incarcerated as a young man and exonerated decades later through new evidence and the ongoing efforts of innocent advocates. His story reflects not only the deep flaws in the justice system, but also the enduring power of hope, dignity, and inner strength. He is also the founder of the Harriet Tubman Project, a legal advocacy class for incarcerated men. Also joining him is his business partner and the woman who fought for him, prayed for him, prayed with him,
Facts.
and pushed the world to see his truth. The warrior she is, who stood by him for 28 years. She's a dedicated entrepreneur, a passionate social advocate, and committed community organizer. She's the co-executive director of the Harriet Tubman Project and intake coordinator at the New England Incarcerated Project. We had this brother on the show not too long ago, right, D?
Yeah.
Last year we had him on the show via landline, and he talked to us from Norfolk State Prison. Check this out. Can you tell, because I know you in Norfolk State Prison right now, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. What events led you to being incarcerated and how it started?
Yeah, so, obviously growing up in the hood, mother felt like needed a change because a lot of things was going on. My big brother, my mentor, was locked up for a homicide when he was 16. I was 13. So, she moved to like a remote area, like a college part of the city called the Fenway. As soon as I went there, I was different. Like I'm walking around with fatigues on. They stopping me every 2 or 3 minutes. I'm with my man from the city. So, I just had a target. There was a homicide that had transpired out there, and I became prime suspect number one. That was the looking at no one else. And, generally in 97, they just engineered McGee space on selective prosecution to try to convict me of a homicide that I've been fighting for the last 27 years. So, at that time, Suffolk County, even to this day, was considered a majority black or brown county, but it has the worst homicide division, one of the worst homicide divisions in the country. There's more wrongful convictions out of Suffolk County, almost akin to any other state in this country in the last 30 years. So, they engineered a conviction off of me, government misconduct, police threatening witnesses, not disclosing exculpatory evidence, to really engineer a conviction I've been fighting for the last 27 years.
Welcome to the show, Ricky, Fuquan, McGee, and Jacqueline Fonseca. To the show, man. Let's get them on.
Yeah, let's get them up. Let's get them up.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Peace.
Yes. We just want to
you
thank
guys
you
doing?
guys to the show.
No, I'm incredible.
Good.
Okay,
good,
so
good.
this is one of those conversations where we're not looking back. We're looking forward. Okay, we're looking forward. We're talking about new beginnings, new goals, new visions. Okay, because the whole world already know what happened. We don't have to go there anymore. This is new. Today we're focusing on the chapters you're writing right now. So first off, welcome both of you to the show. How are you guys feeling today?
Nah, I'm at peace. Incredible.
Good.
Incredible indeed.
Good.
No doubt. So let the people know who you are and where you come from. Let's start with Ala Fuquan. Let the people know where you from, brother.
Nah, peace. I was originally born in Oklahoma, premature, but my family are from Boston, and that's originally, the root of it all. Is where my, majority of my family was born. After leaving Oklahoma for a few months, going to Cali for a little bit, we moved back to Boston. So Boston's my roots. I lived on all parts of the city. I lived in Mattapan, Dorchester. I lived in the Fenway. I lived in Roxbury. So I'm really a child of the city.
All-around guy.
Yeah.
Word, know what I mean? So I just a child of the city.
Okay.
Nice.
And Ms. Jacqueline, tell the people who you are.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both for having me. My name's Jackie. I am also from Boston, born and raised. I come from Cape Verdean family. A lot of people may not know Cape Verde, but definitely look it up.
Okay.
We're warriors at heart, been fighting for a long time. I come from a beautiful legacy of advocates. And, I met Fuquan actually 3 years ago. Because I only 28 would have been a while. I was real.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But as soon as I met him, fell in love with the work, and his character, everything that he was doing, and for himself and for his freedom. And it just made sense. The advocacy that I was doing at the time through housing, I felt would impact more people if I did that in this world. So, here he is. It's incredible to see him home. I don't have to hold a poster board anymore.
Big up.
Yeah, big up, man.
So let's get right into it because
let's get
people
into
want to know what Fuquan, what does life look like for you today, man?
So it's always based identity on 3 fundamental relationships, right? First is the relationship that one has with truth. You got to have a healthy relationship with truth. That's going to create the foundation for you to have a healthy relationship with yourself, right? That gives you the guardrail on how to move, how to navigate. And third is the relationship with the world. And when I was out last time, although I didn't commit the offense that I was incarcerated for, I wasn't an angel. Like, I didn't really know how to integrate the world in a way that was elevational for both parties, man. So for me to come out and kind of fall in love with the world again and know how to treat her, right, and know how to administer equality to her, and do it respectfully. Like my relationship for the world is dope based on my relationship with truth and my relationship with myself getting stronger. So right now, like every day presents an incredible opportunity to kind of validate my love story with the world. You know what I mean? And it manifests in different ways, but it's still that same energy, it's still that same equality, and it's still evolutionary too, because as much as I'm giving, I'm getting. Like I feel so full, I feel so nurtured,
Right.
and I feel so fulfilled. You know what I mean? So at the core of everything that we're gonna build upon, it starts with those three relationships. And I'm just leaning into them all the way.
Yeah, keep
Bless,
pushing,
bless,
man. Keep
bless,
pushing,
bless,
man. No doubt. Keep
bless,
pushing.
bless.
That's all you could do. Keep
That's
pushing.
all you could do. So, Sister Jackie said 3 years you've been holding this king down, doing the thing. And that's a powerful thing for a queen to do that. You come from a line of warriors, you know. So tell us, how was that when he was locked up and you were holding him down? Did you ever get discouraged? Did you ever feel that it was hopeless, or you just kept fighting in that warrior spirit?
I never doubted his freedom. I never doubted his innocence because I never doubted his mind. I met Fuquan for who he is first. He's not just a wrongfully incarcerated individual, he's an incredible human being, and his mind is free. It always was. So, honestly, the first conversation I had with him on the phone, I didn't know he was incarcerated because
Mm.
the conversations we were having were about freedom,
Mm.
legacy building.
Mm.
And that's not something that I have conversations with people out in the free world about. So incarceration wasn't going to keep him locked up. So I never doubted him first.
Right.
And then when I researched his case, it just didn't make sense. There was no way that he was going to continue to stay behind there with his drive and just the ambition that he had. So me adding on to all of that, I just knew that together we would be able to make it happen. And 3 years later, here he is.
That's
Big up, man.
that's
I
man.
listen.
That foundation.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, man.
I never been there. I can't imagine, man. But this had to been like a roller coaster for you, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
It had to be. So right now, in this moment in your life, right? What's the biggest priority you're focusing on building right now?
So, obviously it's interconnecting myself within the ecosystem of my family. Like I grew up with a bunch of sisters, right? I'm the only male in my household. So my father, he ain't around, but it's really just rebuilding my relationship with my family. Um, that's the most organic part of it, the most organic piece. And because the reality with my situation is this, man, my incarceration, my false incarceration, me being framed devastated my family. You see what I'm saying?
Imagine.
Like
Yeah.
like it led to a whole bunch of different nuances within my small little family. And I came out strong. I came out with a fortitude and a vigilance that going through adversity creates, but it also is another side. Like my family is going through a lot, right? Mentally and emotionally. And I'm getting out healthy. I'm strong. You know what I mean? I don't smoke. I don't drink. I haven't done so for 30 years, but they're battling different things, right? So it kind of humbles me and keeps me grounded, man. And I always want to make sure I'm there for them. As much as I got things going on, and like I said, every day's been amazing.
Yeah.
There's still that brother in me that wants to check in and make sure everything's great, right? So it's kind of balancing that. Not going so far without, leveraging my obligation to be there for my family. Cause I'm used to just doing me. I don't got
Right,
kids.
right.
I don't got, but now I realize like my obligation to check in on moms again. Like I haven't been through that in almost 30 years, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
checking with moms, make she's right next door. Like, yo, how you doing? How's your day? You need me to grab you something? You know what I mean? Medical trips. Like, could I, you know what I mean? So I'm getting used to that.
Foundation.
What
So
was that like?
Yeah, that's like foundation.
Seeing moms for the first time and mom seeing you. What was that? What was that like, man?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can focus on a great plot, but when I came in, my mother was 38 years old. You see what
Right,
I'm saying? She was,
right.
like youthful, like energetic, right? And just to see the age, right? Not that she looked old or anything like that, but
Hmm.
Yeah, the
um
time passed.
The
Yeah.
the
the
time
time is
passed and
right.
like damn, like it's like, you wake up and you see 30 years pass right in front of you. I used to look in her eyes and see a completely different person, man. So, and it makes me really look at what the system took. Like they took
Mm,
those years. There was a lot of years removed in that assessment, but
mhm.
I love my mother. I love her. You know, just being her only son, she went through a lot, but it was fulfilling. You see what I'm saying? It was
Yeah,
very
yeah,
emotional,
yeah.
and I had to allow her to be a mother again. Right here, I am, 47 years old now,
Yeah,
and
she like starting all over almost like,
word.
right?
So, and I got to
Yeah.
give her the freedom to do it. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
so independent, self-reliant now, but I
Mhm.
still have to give her the opportunity to be a mom. Right.
Yep.
Wow.
So and it's just having the patience to go through that, but it's been incredible, you know what I mean?
Big up to Mom's
Yeah,
Dukes.
yeah. Big up to
Word.
mom.
Big up to Mom Dukes, man. Oh man.
And family is important. You know what I'm saying? They build a lot of foundations for us as black kings and queens. You know, family is important. And you said something like when you was incarcerated, they're not only it's not only happening to you, it's happening to your family. You know what I'm saying? So they're missing you. You're missing them. So that foundation is now it's ruptured. Now you're home. Now trying to build on that and on the things that you missed, like you just said about like with your mom. You know what I mean? But at the same time, navigating this whole new world. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new world. 28 years, it's a whole new world. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So take time, you know what I'm saying? Take time, move at your pace, and do the things that you need to do for yourself. Keep your queen next to you. She's been not in the world, but she's been of that world out there. So she knows. So you got to watch for those pitfalls because it's crazy out here, real crazy. So I just wanted to know what's your everyday routine like?
Hmm.
You wake up in the morning, because it's totally different from being locked
Mm-hmm.
down. So what's that
Yeah.
what's that like, brother?
Nah, I mean, every day's been like amazing to me. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it presents multiple opportunities. So I'll say today, um, and Jackie, she,
She laughing.
she,
She
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 gonna
laughing.
tell you.
No.
So every morning now, every alarm master, every waking dawn, right? I'm training at
Mm,
6, right? I
mm.
got the gym right across the street. I'm training. And I know you see the guns, so
I was
training at
gonna say,
6.
yo, be
I'm
careful.
up
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
5, training at 6 for hour 7. You get to it, check the email, start the day,
Hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's how it starts. Today I went, I got a consultancy job. I consult for the city
Hmm.
and
Nice.
private, independent, individual consultant for the city. Not no employee, but I'm a consultant. So I went into the office today. Then at 12, I had a photo shoot and a suit fitting because they gonna have me on the cover of a magazine
Go ahead.
where my cousin did an article, right? So got fitted it for the magazine. Great putting a suit on. Um, and by 2 o'clock, I got on a Zoom call from 2 to 3, building about civics with different thought leaders throughout the country. Um,
Mm-hmm.
from 2 to 3, right after that, I get the call that someone from Boston College was listening to that Zoom link that I was on and
Okay.
wants to give me a free ride to Boston College for 4 years, right?
Nice. Nice.
Um,
Nice.
so then right after that, like that's just how my days be. Like
Hmm.
everything, when you've been universal, like it
Uh-huh.
wasn't just law taught myself. I taught myself a myriad of different things. So
Hmm.
when I'm in these places, I'm able to really lean into the literacy of them where people were like, damn, where was you at? Right. And I told them, nah, I'm self-taught. I was in prison. It just becomes something empowering for them. So every day presents multiple opportunities, man. I mean, I'm on a podcast now with brothers, right? Ain't even 8 o'clock yet. Right. So 10 o'clock, I might be asked to be doing something else. My cousin may call me, be like, yo, let's go to Saugus. They won't see you.
Yeah.
Right.
My
But it's
brother.
been amazing. It's been incredible. The beauty of it is that you get to share that journey. Every time I go through a milestone, I call Jackie, show her some pictures because she can appreciate it a little bit more than others. And it's good to get that out my head, you know, to have someone to kind of communicate with and speak to. But my days have been incredible. I can't
That's good.
complain and just maintaining balance because every time I enter someone's space, they may not be having a great day. So I got always learn to guard my energy, take my victories, right? But ultimately share them to the people that matter the most to me.
No doubt. And you deserve it, brother. You deserve it. You deserve it.
I
So,
definitely
Jackie,
was gonna say that.
are you
Okay,
keeping up
need
with
it.
him or what?
You can hear me? Respect?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I started smiling when you guys asked him the question because this was also his life before he got out. We would be on the phone going to galas, he's speaking, going to the state house, he's speaking. So we've been doing things like this, going on podcasts, interviews, news channels through the phone. And then people would go in there and he would hold conferences in prison. So he's been doing incredible things while incarcerated. I already knew his pace. When you say go at your own pace, his pace is different.
Yeah, it is, and should
Speed
it
and
should
focus.
be. It should
Speed
be.
and focus.
It should be.
And that's how
It
it's supposed to
is.
be.
It
should
is.
be. And brother, let no one take time away from you. Okay.
You know we
Let
can't get that
nobody
back,
waste your
King.
time because you don't have time.
That's
you,
right.
You,
We
you
can't
got to
get that
keep
back.
moving, keep punching at everything and doing what you got to do. Don't let nobody waste your time, man, because you don't have time for that. You
Yeah,
waste
Nah,
enough
word.
time.
And
Yeah.
Miss Jackie, how does it feel seeing him moving in his purpose? I mean, I know I can only imagine it must feel good. You know what I'm saying? But let the FFT audience, the Food for Thought audience know, how does it feel for seeing him move in his purpose?
It's incredible. Like when he called me earlier to give me the news about Boston College, it was so emotional to me. I just started tearing up because this is what it was all about. To know that the state kidnapped someone like him.
Kidnap. Yeah,
Like-
that's a good word.
And that's the way you address that.
It
Kidnap.
is.
Yep.
They
kidnapped.
took him out of his home in his boxes in front of his little sisters. The man of the house was stripped from the household. So now to see him come back stronger than ever, leading the family, bringing them back together, and then being able to be earning everything that he deserves. The Boston College thing, I said, don't let anyone call you lucky, because every single
No.
thing that you're getting, you
You
earn
deserve
that.
That's
Yep.
right.
You
deserve
earn
it.
that. You worked hard for that.
Yep.
And he did it his own way. No, you know, there's brothers that are going to school while they're incarcerated. That's phenomenal.
Mhm.
But Fu spent his time getting out, and he's out here getting everything that is owed to him and then some. And this is just the beginning. So it feels
Just the beginning.
incredible.
That's good.
And
Yes, man.
I'm just glad that the world gets to witness it to some degree, but I'm glad that I'm here to witness every step of it. And there's a lot more incredible things he's done in less than 2 months being home, but I feel grateful. I feel happy, fulfilled, knowing that it was all for this. And he's able to inspire so many more people. So just like Harriet, we're gonna get a lot more people home through that incredible
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
Incredible.
It was written. You know what I mean? It was written. It's part of your destiny, King. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And right now, the youth is running so, I mean, they're lost. You know what I'm saying? And to look up and see a brother like you in the situation that you were in, to me, and I could be wrong, but that's for them to look at. That's for them to, you want to talk about a role model, you want to talk about this. That's for the youth to look at, reach out to them,
No doubt.
show them
no
what
doubt.
it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Each one teach one. We need that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We need
Yeah.
that.
So for all our viewers out there, check us out at 7 a.m. and then again on 3 p.m. on Brooklyn Free Speech TV, Spectrum, Optimum, and RCN channels. And for those who don't have those channels or who don't live in Brooklyn, you can check us out on Verizon Fios. Thank you very much.
Oh, you said that right this time. Verizon Fire. You got that right this time. Respect.
So it's just amazing. So what's the biggest challenge or biggest change you've noticed in him, Jackie, since coming home? The biggest change?
The biggest change are some of the little nuances that other people may not understand. Why he eats onions now. That's not something he was doing before. He was very adamant that he wouldn't touch onions. I see him really enjoying.
Not straight, not like an apple. Not
No,
like that.
no,
No.
Okay,
Oh, I was gonna say, wow, come on now. You eat onions like that?
He
Nah,
wouldn't.
that's weird, G. That's weird, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I just love to see how free he is, to see the things that he's able to explore. Things that he may have said, oh, I'm not going to do that. He was like, I'm never putting a suit on. Today, he just got fitted for a tux, and the
There
world
you go.
sees him on the front page with a
There
suit
you
on.
go. There
Miss
you
Jackie,
go.
did he get the little bow tie yet? Did he get the
Yeah,
bow
a
tie yet?
distinct-
Nah,
Distinguished
not a bow
gentleman.
tie. I'm going
Yeah.
corporate, man. It's about business when I'm in
That's
those
it,
rooms.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Word.
Distinguished gentleman. Distinguished gentleman.
Yeah,
Word.
that's it.
Just seeing him expand and just seeing him be free, because as long as I've known him, he was in prison, so there's only so much that you can do as far as showing your joy. I got to experience that intimately, but once he got home, now the world gets to see his joy. The world gets to see how funny he is. The world gets to see him dancing. In prison, you're never going to get that version of him because he's in prison. It's survival mode.
Yeah.
So the biggest things are some of the smaller nuances that people may take for granted, because people always would refer to him as like what is it? Not a monk. He's so serious. He's about his business.
That's what they call you. You got knowledge of self. That's what
Word.
that's what it comes down
And
to.
not only that, look where you at. You expect
Yeah.
to be clowning around
Word.
and messing around.
Exactly.
You gotta keep your
No,
third
you
eye
gotta
open
get to
all
business
the time.
and get your ass out of there. That's what
That's
your
it.
goal was.
Word.
Exactly. He was never comfortable in prison, and that's something that he showed through his words and his ways. So watching him upgrade his pillow, like go get some real pillows, like things like that, I appreciate, because I knew that he was sleeping on steel by choice. He didn't use a mattress for the 28 years that he was in there. And it would pain me, but it was his choice. He didn't want to get comfortable in prison. So watching him get comfortable, that's been the biggest and greatest thing to see.
And that's crazy that you say about getting comfortable in jail, because it seemed like a lot of guys or females are like that.
Yeah,
Like they get
it's like the
comfortable in there, and then they
revolving
keep coming back and they returning, and it's like, I don't understand it. Maybe Fuquan can explain that, but I don't understand how some people get comfortable and like they stay home.
I mean, a lot of people, you got to think about it. If you committed the crime and you committed it, you're doing some time, right? And a lot of people begin to normalize that by creating sanctuaries in prison, right? So I'm gonna have a job, I'm gonna have, to walk around in a robe. You're gonna try to replicate your living conditions for as long as you can to create some comfort in that environment, because if you're not fighting to get out, that means you're there. So you want to make things as tranquil as possible. So, if you got a watch that is a street watch and you got it from a CO, you're gonna get a street watch. If you got some sneakers that a new guy just came in with, that is something you would mimic if you was on the outside, you're gonna wear the sneakers. Like, you're doing whatever you can to replicate a society you may not go out into for years, right? So, and it creates comfort. Me, I was different. Like, I was in prison to get out of it.
Right.
I wasn't in prison to kind of normalize an identity within it. Like, it was real, like irrelevant, like what was going on in jail. It's like TMZ. Like, I didn't care about the politics. If it wasn't freedom, it didn't matter to me, right? But for others, that was their world. Like if they was being honest, if they was being realistic, they did the crime, or they may have pled out to numbers and they got 30 years. So let me get comfortable here. And they're gonna replicate whatever their standard of comfort is, unfortunately. And it creates a culture that newer guys come in that should be fighting, but now they have this optic of what normalcy looked like in jail, which it isn't. These are just a bunch of guys that conform to it, and it creates like a myth of how you should be doing time, when in all reality, it's the very barrier that prevents you from upending your sentence. See what I'm saying? Like when I came in the system, there was 3 things they gave you if you knew somebody. They gave you some shower slippers, right? Because you didn't want to step in that shower without no shoes on. It was food and cosmetics. That was the second thing they gave you. The third thing they gave you was a knife. Because that was the environment, right? So when young guys are coming in with that identity from the beginning, even though they got appellate issues and they got some issues that happen in their case, that's a different culture shock, right? And they're coming from the hood, because you got to think about it. The worst that happened to us is that we normalized our neighborhood. And we're the same people that go into prison and normalize prison too. So we've never learned to transcend our conditions like macroly as a whole. We simply mimicked our conditions on a micro level, and that's what happened with prison.
Thank you, brother, for that explanation. I didn't really understand it. Thank you.
It's
Come closer to the mic, Alphamo.
Sometimes I just feel, like I said earlier, that they're lost. And the comfortability of being in a place like that, and, you know, street guys feel like I'm in here, I went in before, I'm back here. They just make a life of it, you know, not knowing who that they're hurting from their families. Because this, like I said, this keeps going. It just doesn't stop there. But what I wanted to ask you was, what are some of your long-term, short-term goals? And in those long-term or short-term goals, are you reaching out to bring another brother home? And if, you know, are you working on a project? I know the Harriet Tubman Project is a big thing. You know, actually we were had the opportunity to check out some of that footage with the mothers and stuff like that. And it's very, very powerful, you know. And I just want to know, when would that be more in the forefront? See, because I'm all about, we got to put it in their face so they understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's just, you know, it's music, it's this, it's that, and then you got this red man in the office. He's going to be locking up more of the blacks and browns. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I'm sorry, but to me, it's just, you know, it's a passionate thing for me.
Nah, I get you. And he's orange, he ain't red. You know what I mean? But
That's
what
what
it is.
orange. We call it Agent Orange. We call it Agent
He's like the color of this right here. This is the color of the board.
Yeah, we call him
but
Agent Orange.
Yeah, but so my immediate goals is this. In prison, what I used to do is I was able to get a whole bunch of guys in the yard that wasn't doing anything enrolled in the programs that we was running, right? But I had a program I can bring them to. So out here, I got to create the infrastructure. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can go speak to the young adults, and I do. I speak to a lot of young men and women, right? But I want to create an infrastructure, because once they say, you know what, I want to get off the block, where can we go? I want to be able to say, that building right there, we own it. I need you to come every day at 3 o'clock. And this is boom, 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 we got for you. The fact that I can't do that yet is suppressing a lot of the equality that I want to extend. So my thing is infrastructure building. I want to look at what infrastructures exist in my community, what spaces I can kind of leverage. Once I get the space, we already got curriculums. We already have lived experience. We can invest in those spaces. And once that's solidified, now I can go in my community and, you know, do what I do and say, nah, 3 o'clock over here. Or yeah. So my biggest, I'm never going to go to the people without having resources, because I'm not naive, nor am I going to ask them to do anything they never seen me do. Right. So my biggest thing is kind of branding me, a lot of people heard about me. I met a guy yesterday. He was like, yo, I thought you was like 7 feet, like 315. I said, nah, son, like I'm you, right? But what I'm saying is, like, I'm taking the mythology out of this, because I think one of the worst things anyone can do is consider me an anomaly. You see what I'm saying? Like, consider me a one-off, or that I'm fortunate, like I'm the one of million. No, like there was a older woman who's young at heart, right? But she looked at my story. She said, I think she thanked her faith for it. And I said, nah, I appreciate you, sis, but like I can tell you how this happened. This isn't nothing mythical, right? I can tell you step by step how my reality happened, right? And I think we bring myth, we bring superstition, we bring hypotheticals to life, and that can be damaging to people equally in the same position. So one of the things I want to do is create infrastructure. And the second thing that I definitely have to do is strip away the mythology that's associated with triumph.
Okay.
Because there's too many others going through the same thing that feel they got to win the lottery to get outcome, rather than it being an extension of their work, right? So that's those two things, that like principle, infrastructural things, of perception nuances that I'm trying to dismantle. And I'm gonna do it relatively quick too.
That's good. That's good. And Jackie, after fighting by his side for these years and stuff like that, what dreams of yours, because we already know he just broke down what he wants to do, what dream of yours are you finally getting to chase now?
Fu, I don't know what happened. We can't see you. But before I answer that question, I want to make it very clear when it comes to bringing more people home. Fu has been liberating people from prison mentally and physically years before his own physical liberation. So the only difference between him and Harriet is he freed others before he freed himself. He's been doing legal work, teaching brothers how to literally get themselves out of prison. So there's a lot of people, and I was able to learn this firsthand through my advocacy, that credit their freedom, their physical and mental freedom, to Fuquan.
Right.
So getting people home is natural for him. And it's something that we're going to continue to do through the Harriet Tubman Project. She freed herself and went back and freed others. So we do that through the law. We do that through advocacy. And although Fu is absolutely correct about the physical infrastructure of getting space and real estate for people to meet, we are doing it now. We have a Wednesday meeting every Wednesday since the very first day he came home. He came home on a Tuesday. That next Wednesday, we were on Zoom teaching people how to get people home, and we do it every Wednesday. So our responsibility and obligation, because when you have knowledge, you have to manifest it into wisdom, is to bring that understanding to the rest of the world. Just as Fu said, it's great to pray, but you have to put a plan behind the prayer, or else you're just going to be putting all of your faith in someone or something outside of yourself. So how do you become a co-counsel with your attorney? How do you show your loved ones that want to support you how to support you? So that's some of the work that we've been doing, and that's some of the work that I'm going to continue to do through the Harriet Tubman Project, is help other loved ones, show them how to advocate, how to duplicate what I've done for Fu for their own loved ones, and then also take care of them. Because yes, I never gave up on Fu, but it was hard. It was so hard.
I could imagine.
And I did it with no resources, and sometimes, most of the time, I did it completely by myself. So my obligation is to share my knowledge with others, and that's something that I will be doing, and I am doing, and we're doing together.
Knowledge is power.
Yes, no
Knowledge
doubt,
is
no
power.
doubt, no doubt.
And it's like each one teach one. Knowledge is power.
doubt.
You know, sometimes that's the biggest gift that we can give someone. You know, but they have to follow that up. You know, faith without works is nothing. You got to put that effort in. You know what I'm saying? And a man without a plan is a lost man. Man or woman, you know, is lost. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to hear those foundational steps that you guys are taking to move this forward. You know what I mean? So I'm praying and hoping that everything works out. I know Boston is a rough city. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard, but keep pushing. Don't give up. You know, don't give up. We had have a company called Wolfpack, and the acronym for Wolfpack is with our love forms power and knowledge. And we often said we never give up on something. We rip the flesh off the bone till we get it. And when the flesh is going off the bone, we go for the bone marrow because that's where the nutrients is. And that's what we got to do for our people. We got to give them that nutrients, the knowledge to help build themselves and keep going.
Yes.
I
Come
thank
closer
y'all
to
for
the
doing
mic,
what
Al.
y'all
Come
do.
on.
I'm sorry. I talk loud, so I try to move back from the
No,
mic
don't
so I
move
don't
back.
blow your ears out.
Don't move back.
But so I'm just proud and I'm happy that y'all doing this. And before I forget, you guys always have a home on Food for Thought. You know, like, you know, for Fuquan, we met him when he was locked up. Y'all always have a home here. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is, because we just like to do what we have to do for people as well. And that's what we've been doing. So
So
Nah, I always want to maintain my. I telling Jackie this the other day. There's as much as we get a lot of love from, the community and different people. Like it wasn't always that way. Like there was a lot of silence too. So
mm,
for those that show love, we're always gonna be family in this space. You see what I'm saying? Like I could have. I'm not really doing a lot of stuff, even though like I made knowledge born. Like my phone get blown up doing a whole bunch of stuff, but
right.
I'm quick to say no. Like I'm not someone that's chasing an identity or I'm
bad.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Nah, like it don't make sense, right? But when it comes to you guys, like you was there when a platform was necessary, right? So you was there, to kind of treat her well, right? So for me, like it's my obligation to pay it forward. I'm not someone with selective amnesia.
Yeah.
You guys have been incredible. This ain't no one-off with you, right? And the love is reciprocal. We're gonna have you on our platform. So,
Thank you.
That's love.
the love is
We there.
incredible and I appreciate y'all.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
what
man.
we-
Thank
what
you.
we
We
ever we
appreciate
could
you
do.
guys here too.
Yeah, whatever
wanna
we
ask-
could do, we there.
I want to ask both of y'all questions. So, how are you taking care of your mental and emotional health today? After all of this is going on, not saying everything calmed down, but now, how are you dealing with that now, emotionally, your mental health?
So for me at the root, like I'm a 5%er, so I study. I've been a holder of 120 for 28 years. You see what I'm saying? Like I start my day dealing with today's supreme mathematics. I kind of get my day outlined before I walk into it. I think if you don't give something to the day will give everything out of you. So
Exactly.
Yep.
I'm always goal centered with my days, and that is what creates the opportunity not to be overwhelmed by what comes with it. Because if I didn't ask for it, it's like a grocery store. I got a list of stuff I want. There may be someone like parading a new product or whatever, but I got a list and I'm on a budget. I'm out after
Yeah.
I get whatever I need. That's how I
That's
treat
it.
the days
Yeah.
because I'm culturally centered. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna deviate from that. It's in me chemically. It's not even about information or knowledge. It's in my chemical balance
Yeah,
now.
it's in
But
the DNA.
that's what keeps me grounded, doing the very things that allow me to will my freedom. I'm willing the outcome of the day and just kind of shrinking it a little bit.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's what's up right there. That's
And
That's
you,
a great
Jackie?
question, and that's a great answer. And I already knew Fu was going to answer that way because, like he said, it's chemically within him. It's not a religion; it's a culture for him. It's a way of life.
Right.
He doesn't just show up on Sundays; he shows up every day. And I'm still learning that. He introduced me to the culture, and I've been studying and trying to ground myself. And it's not easy. I'm still working on my own identity because I've been a lawful Quan's queen for so long, or Fu's queen, Fu's advocate, this identity that is a part of me, but it's not all of me. So just working on my identity, working on really figuring out, to your question earlier, what it is that I want to do in addition to everything that we've mastered in this work and in this journey. So taking it a day at a time, knowing that we have to maintain control, because like Fu said, there's so many factors environmental that are trying to take over our minds and our bodies. So just staying, maintaining my identity.
Yeah, take it at a slow pace, man, because sometimes you got to slow down, because if you don't slow down, life will run right over you.
Yep.
Right. And
So
a lot of no's, like Fu said, we don't say yes to everything, but we say yes to those that were with us in the fight when it was needed the most. So there's a lot of things that we do have to say no to because we need time for ourselves.
No.
It's a full sentence too. No.
And that's what I was saying on one of my shows. I have a show called Unscripted Conversations, and on there I was talking about this. You have to learn to tell people no. It's not bad. It's not wrong. It's for your being.
Yeah.
You have to learn to say no. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that.
Sometimes you got to say no just to recharge. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Just to recharge,
Sometimes you never know who is who in your circle until you say no.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I'm someone that has to know who's in my circle. And you have to be revealed to who people are before the stakes get higher, right? So for me to say no on something, you'll be exposed to a whole bunch of things that you likely would have never seen until you're in the worst circumstances. So I like no's because it's disinfectant to eliminate some of the chemicals that are undeserving to be in your space.
That's what I said. The toxic people. Toxic.
Word.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
yes,
say no,
yes.
boy. You see how
Word.
we tight, we this and that. And the minute you say no,
No.
then now that's it. You could
Not the 100 yes you said, but the one no.
That one no will shut down that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Start getting treated different, acting funny, different. And at that point, you showed your colors, so it's time for me to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
So,
do what I gotta do.
Again, for both of y'all, right?
I know
I just
you
wanna
go ask them.
What's it been like learning each other over again in freedom? Because while you was in there, it was kind of rough. So now you have your freedom. What's it like learning each other over, learning? Jackie?
So go ahead, Jackie. I can add on to give her a foundation. So I think the biggest thing for me, I think she alluded to it a little bit, is there's a lot that comes with me. Like Fuquan and and one thing I don't ever want to happen is for her to be invisible.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? Where it's about Fuquan. They see her, how's Fuquan doing? They don't even ask how she's doing.
Right.
They probably evaluate she's doing well because Fuquan's doing well. Like it's Fuquan. Like, and my biggest thing is I don't want her to be invisible. You see what I'm saying? Like she's too brilliant. She's too excellent. Like her mind is incredible. And for me, it's kind of stepping away just in certain nuances so that she can get the light. And because she deserves it. Like she's one of the most powerful people I know. And it's getting used to that, and creating healthy spaces where she can be seen. So to me, that's been probably the most like palpable transition for me.
When the world gives you a gift, it's like a woman. You give her a gift that she likes, she gonna love it. She gonna show a friend. She's proud of that gift. But when the world gives you a gift, like that queen stood by you, you gotta let her show off. This is her platform. This is what, and you exalt that. You know what I'm saying? We're not ashamed of that. You exalt that. So
big up to Jackie.
Big up to Jackie. Yeah, big up to Jackie. Big up, hold it down,
applause, man. She deserved that.
Yes. Yes. So what? Go ahead, Jackie. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I just want to add on to that. I think for me, it's been an incredible journey watching him grow and learning so much about him. I mean, when he was incarcerated, we were talking like 9 times a day, most of it business, others just getting to know each other, visiting him at least once a week for 3 years straight. So now, as much as we do enjoy each other's company, I'm also allowing him time to figure out who he is. And I know a lot of other partners, when their loved one comes home, they kind of smother them and don't let them breathe, or they don't want them to go too far away because they're afraid. It's just like, nah, you're free. Like, I'm excited to see him in the world. I'm excited to see him explore the world. So I'm just learning him from a different vantage point as he's learning himself, because Fuquan's never been in the world before. Ricky was, and it ain't the same people. So I'm just enjoying watching him blossom into the person that he engineered himself to be.
Yes. Big up to Fuquan. That's my boy right there. That's my man right there.
I have wrote this one down. It's for both of y'all. What do you want your legacy to be going forward? Say
that again, brother. Say that again.
What do you want your legacy to be moving forward? It's deep.
I think for me, it's moving forward. It's really upholding the legacy of Harriet Tubman, right? Because here was someone that went through slavery, willed her freedom, and she could have been content. She could have wrote a book. She could have been doing speaking engagements. She could have just been sipping tea, right? She could have been doing a whole bunch of stuff, but she came back because those conditions that she was liberated from remain. And if in any way a tenth of her legacy can be something that I'm known for going back and getting more, that's what I'm pushing towards. Because in every space, I know how to leverage to go back and get another person. So that's what my legacy, I desire for it to be, and that's what I'm aiming towards. Because there's so many brothers that I got on that other side that I will not be completely free until they are. And my legacy will always be tied into that. And that's just me. I got that guerrilla oath. I got that loyalty and leave no man behind mindset. So that really where I see my legacy moving forward.
That's it. And Harriet Tubman, she was gangster. You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
Yeah,
was
she wasn't
gangster with
playing,
it, man.
son.
She was not playing. So yeah, man.
Peace.
Bless. And Jack, you?
This question is beautiful to me, because the very first thing Fu said to me the very first time I ever spoke to him was, what do you want your legacy to be? Didn't even know his name. He didn't even introduce himself yet. He said, what do you want your legacy to be? And I'm like, whoa. So
right off the top.
Right off the
I'll
top.
play games.
Right off the top.
He set himself, you know, he already showed me he was different. And you know, it's the same answer. I want to be able to change the world, even if I only change the life of one person. And I feel like I've already done that in a sense with Fu, being able to be part of his liberation. I know that he's going to be able to change the world.
Yes.
So that in itself is a beautiful legacy, to know that liberation is at the foundation of it, and that my daughter and any children I have after her knows that their mother is about liberation. So I think it's very important for my lineage to know that you can never give up, and know that literally anything you set your mind to, you can accomplish. Because people thought I was crazy. They were judging me for what I was doing and how I was holding him down. And now those same people are praising me for my sacrifices and for my dedication and devotion to him. So I just want anyone that knows me or knows my name to know that I never gave up and I fought for liberation.
Thank you. Big up. And I want to thank you, my brother.
Now they hold on, respect. Now they look differently at you. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't understand what you was doing. But sometimes we got to keep going and leave the noise behind, because if we look back, like we said in one of our episodes, if you keep looking back, you will never be able to look forward to see where you're going. You look forward, you seen you was going where you were going, and y'all building a foundation. So that's a blessing there.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I don't got the best vision, but I have vision, and it's for me to see.
Well, that
So-
third eye
Yeah.
see real well, so that's what counts. You know what I mean?
want to thank you, my sister and my brother, for coming through and blessing the show with your energy. Give it up again for Jacqueline and Fuquan coming in the
Stay
show
in.
today. Thank
Blessings.
you.
Don't go
Nah,
nowhere.
peace.
Stay in the dugout. Peace.
Nah, we in there, man. Word.
All right.
Yeah,
Peace.
yeah.
All right.
Thank
Peace.
you. Yeah, man. Yeah, give it up to them again, man.
Yes, yes. That was a
Blessing,
powerful
blessing.
episode right there.
Amazing.
That's very powerful, you know, and I think the world really needs to hear these stories, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because they're real. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They real, and these, you know, Rest, these type of shows and podcasts that we do, they really touch me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's deep, man. You
Yeah.
know, it's just deep, man.
And like we say here, food for thought, man. Food for thought where flavor meets culture and real conversations are always on the menu here at Food for Thought. This isn't just a show, it's a table where stories are shared, creativities is celebrated, and the truth is served fresh every time here on Food for Thought. Each episode, we sit down with artists, innovators, and everyday voices who shape the world around us, driving what inspires them and keeps their spirit lit. So if you're searching for unfiltered connections and conversations that exactly and actually matter, you just found it here at Food for Thought.
That's right. Where's what? Food,
Food for
music, and the what?
Thought. Food, music, and the truth.
Yes.
This is Food for Thought, feeding your mind, fueling your spirit, and delivering stories that stay with you forever. And now, a little sponsor coming on right now.
Today's episode is sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby allows you to have faster reaction time paired with laser-sharp focus without the jitters or a crash. If you want to start winning more, this is for you. The Premium Energy Drink Dubby.
Get 10% off your entire order from Dubby when you use coupon code Food for Thought, which helps support the podcast.
If your project is the secret sauce, Food for Thought is your perfect kitchen. We are pleased to announce that we are now offering promotional opportunities for individuals, brands, and businesses. If you're looking to expand your reach, we are ready to work with you and accommodate your budget. Contact us today to learn how we can help promote you on our platform. Thank you.
Exclusive premiere right now. Culture driven. You're hearing the first 47 seconds first. If you want the full track, go right now to the Food for Thought shop and grab it. Support independent music. Culture driven. Turn it up.
Yeah, strong, no retreat. Africa to Harlem, from dirt to street. Alpha Moon, Black Soul, from Harlem to the heat. I'm a blindside thorn, Harlem born heat. Hit from the rear, still land on my feet. Uptown raised me, now I throw down. Suckers stand tall, but moon blow them down. Pound for pound, searching like a bloodhound. You blink once, I win the first round. Rhymes tight like braids, mine like a shrine. No gimmicks here, this gift is divine.